Oh, hey guys. What's up? Welcome back or to the channel. The YouTube budget you've seen has kind of went up a little bit overnight. We kind of did this whole cinematic thing, so it's going to look a lot better than my little iPhone videos. But we got this Porsche 911 in here today, and we're going to be doing an interior detail and a one-step correction to it. And we're going to kind of take you through, once we get this done, just a week of what we got going on. We got a bunch of monthly details to do this week, so we're going to see what all that's going to entail. But this thing's kind of nasty, and it's got bugs, mud, everything all over it. So we're going to make it look a lot better. The swirling and scratching is really bad, so we're going to take you along the whole process of what we do. Now I'm rinsing down the wheels, and we're going to get into doing the wheel cleaning. Rinsing down the whole wheel wells here. And then the two chemicals we chose is our Super Citrus and the Jack's Ultimate for the wheels. Usually just want to spray everything that's on here. You can see it kind of turning a little bit red. And that's just it reacting with all the brake dust that's on there. And with these being aluminum wheels, you want to make sure you get the Ultimate sprayed all over the wheel so that when you spray this on, it doesn't etch into the aluminum. Well, we're grabbing the tire brush and just giving the tires a good scrubbing. Got to get all this old tire dressing, if there ever was any on here, and just the blooming off. That's why the foam's all brown. And then it's like a barrel brush. Makes it really easy work of getting behind the wheels. You can see how nasty these wheels are. I don't think these things have ever been cleaned. And then these are our wheel mitts we got here. They're nice, they fit on your hand. Make it nice for just kind of scrubbing small spots of the wheel, or you can clean pretty much anywhere you can fit the little mitt. Just makes it nice for doing spokes. You can kind of grab behind the spokes just so we can get these wheels as clean as possible. And then we're just using our detail brush, kind of get all the little spots that the wheel mitt couldn't get. We just sprayed the Super Citrus up in the wheel wells, so we're scrubbing it down, trying to get all that grime loosen up and remove so then we can just rinse it out. Give them a really good full scrubbing. And now we rinse. So we got our strip shampoo. This is like our high pH soap, and all it's going to do is strip off any waxes that you can. Okay. Do you want your face? This is our strip shampoo. This is basically a high pH soap. We're going to be doing about 2 to 5 ounces in the foam cannon, so roughly that will probably work out. Now we're just rinsing down the front end. Got to get rid of some of these bugs. This stuff's just a cleaner you can use. Take off any bugs. But when you spray water on there, you don't have to use a whole lot of it because the water will make it flow down. So now we're going through and doing the contact wash. You've seen us rinse it and then got bug zapper on the front of it to take off the bug guts real easily. Foamed it down right after. We just kind of let it dwell for a couple minutes. Now we're scrubbing it down. But when you go to wash, you want to make sure that you wash in straight lines, no circles. Reduce the chance of swirls. Oh, there's soap down my leg. Using our brush now to break up the dirt around the edges of the badges. Now after we washed it, we're going to be doing a decon treatment. I like to get all the film off the car and then spray this on there so it has the effectiveness to work. But this is just an empty bottle. I got it in the pump sprayer because it's easier. But all this product's going to do is when you spray it on, it's basically going to react with the iron particles that's in the paint, on the glass, the wheels, anything you spray it on, and it'll start to run red on the floor. Same stuff that's in the Ultimate Wheel Cleaner we were using that was turning red as what's in this product too. So it's going to help speed up our clay bar process, but it's going to chemically break down all those contaminants. So putting it in this IK sprayer makes it a lot easier because then I can cover more surface area a little bit faster. So we're foaming it down again after we spray that product on here. And basically what it's doing is it's kind of softening up that decon we put on here, and it's running it off so it's easier for me to rinse it off than not foaming it up. When it comes to engine bays, what we're going to do is we're going to rinse it down. We're going to spray our Super Citrus on there, which is our degreaser, get all that film, all that grime that's on there off, and then we'll rinse all that off after it dwells, and we'll put our dressing on there and make it look like it should. One of our newest products that's kind of like really cool is our Defense spray sealant. It's kind of something I put on wheels all the time. You'll kind of see when I go to spray the wheels with water that there's no like hydrophobics on it. This is something you can spray all over the wheel, safe on all paint, glass, all that as well, but I love it for wheels. Then you just rinse it off. Squeegee in the paint now. This is part of like my drying process. Kind of speeds it up. Takes about 90% of the work out of it, but it's an all rubber squeegee so you can't scratch the paint. And then you just come in with your drying towel. One thing that people get confused about drying towels, especially when this paint's got no protection on it like it does, the water wants to stick. So it kind of looks like I'm smearing the water around. But if you give it a couple minutes to like air dry, it'll all be gone. But you can see the windshield wipes right off without any streaks. So if you got hydrophobics where the water's wanting to leave that surface, it'll leave a streak free versus the paint. This has got no protection on it. So I'm just wiping water all around. Has nothing to do with the towel, just has to do with the hydrophobics on the paint. When you get sold a junk towel or just see a towel advertisement, a lot of times it just depends on your paint protection. I'm on to drying now with our dryer. Once I get all the towel drying done, drying with the machine makes it so much easier around the wheels, get around mirrors, any type of trim, blast all that water out of there so that when you're going through, you just make sure the vehicle's 100% free of water when you go through and polish afterwards. Now we're doing the clay bar process, so the only thing we're doing here is spraying our detail spray on there, which is just our body shine. Then you got your clay, like a little patty. You just want to move in straight lines like this, and what it's doing is it's taking out the rest of the contamination on the paint. If it's a little grippy like this paint is, just keep some lubrication on there with the body shine, and then you just want to go the opposite way, wiping her down. Okay, so this is our one-step polish. I'm just using it on my Rupes Mark III 21 with a medium foam pad. This product just works really well with this pad. Run it about speed 4 and make about 4 complete passes, so you can kind of see I got the tape line here, and this is going to be kind of like our before and after. You can see it's swirled heavily. We got a couple like deeper scratches and stuff here, but we'll see what we can do with this and how good it looks. But when you put your polish on the pad, you'd only need about a couple drops like that to do a section, but we'll see what it does. So this is our 50-50 tape spot. So I usually tape them off, kind of shows you what results we got going. I like to use a scan grip because it pretty much imitates the sun. So you can kind of see all the swirling and scratching on here. And then you get over the side we just polished. So a lot of these panels kind of down here where the body bends a little bit, I'll probably come in with a smaller polisher to kind of hit it really, really good. But yeah, for this being a one-step, this is crazy good results. The only thing it's not taking out is one thing with a bigger or more aggressive compound is it would kind of remove a little bit of this orange peel, make this paint look a little bit clearer. Some of the little deeper scratches will definitely come out. Kind of what this product does is it cuts and polishes, refines the paint all in one step. So this is just my 3-inch machine here, which is good for doing smaller spots like this, but I'm running this one about speed 4. and I'll focus on smaller areas to effectively try and cut out those imperfections and finish it out. One thing where you gotta kind of cut evenly so you remove any type of haze that it could have, but the only thing this product isn't taking out with that pad combo would be like the etched water spots that are in there. Polishing the glass, same way we do the paint, except for this, it's just different machine. It don't really matter, but I'm just running a microfiber pad on here, and all we're doing is removing that layer of contamination and kind of giving this glass some better clarity. But I just do about a couple passes on it, so it'll make it look a lot better. Make sure you hit all your edges, because you'll see where you didn't. But the microfiber just cuts a little bit better than the wool does, and it kind of makes the product work a little bit better on the glass. Not too much of a difference you're probably going to see on camera, because the camera's so good, it's going to make this car look like a before versus before. So you're not going to see too much of a difference unless we got lights on it. But the clarity's improved around the black striping. There's no water spotting. It's a lot clearer. Just spraying our body shine on here to do this floor mat, because we're moving on to the interior. The only thing this does when you give like a quick spray on it, kind of kills the static on the loose debris and stuff, so it's easier to sweep up. With your vacuum, this is just a mix of our carpet and fabric cleaner and super citrus in here. So it's in a Zep bottle, so don't come for me in the comments. This bottle's just been here for a long time. But we're just going to spray it all over the floor mat. We're going to give it a couple minutes to kind of dwell, break down a lot of that grease and stains and grime. This is just the carpet spotter, so it's got hydrogen peroxide in it, so it kind of helps with a lot of stainage. Since it's got a couple random stains in it, it'll just be a little extra touch. We let it dwell for a couple minutes. Drill brush on the drill, and you're just going to agitate it, and then we'll sweep it up and see what it looks like. So just patting it dry after we cleaned it with a towel, just kind of removing a lot of that extra liquid, and then going to finish it up with some odor control. This is our Woodsman scent, most popular scent that we have. And then I just spray it on there and then stripe it with, this is just an old brush I had, but gotta keep your line straight so you don't look like a noob. We're gonna clean all the carpet. Carpet's not terrible, but to kind of make it smell a little bit better in here, a lot of the scents on everything in here, so we're gonna try and clean the carpet up. So I got the carpet and fabric cleaner, just like what we're using on the floor mats. Just with it not being as bad as it is, just a kind of a quick spray is all we need for all the carpet. Let it dwell a little bit, and then we'll just come back through with the Tornador and blast it all out. Okay, so we're blasting out the interior. This is our master blaster tool we use for blasting out the whole interior, and it's basically nice with that little cone that's on there. It's got the brushes, so they act as little fingers when getting all the dirt and dust kind of blowing out all the cracks around the buttons, stuff like that. But usually blast all the seat cracks out and everything, so when we go to clean, we can get all that stuff out and then just do a quick sweep. But we're going to move on to the carpet next, and we're going to be using the Tornador. So this is kind of the same exact tool, except for this one has a chemical tank on it mixed with our carpet solution. So when we go to use it, it's going to blast out chemical at the same time, making it a lot easier and quicker to clean the carpet up. Cleaning the leather now. It's our vinyl and leather cleaner. It's a really good cleaner for your interior in general, but safe on any vinyl and leather surface itself. And we got our leather brush here. And you just want to agitate it really good with your brush, or just something in general that will provide some agitation to it, so you can break down that grime layer that's on the seats. And if your seats look shiny, that's kind of a hint towards that the seats are dirty, so you want to remove that layer of pretty much body oil, sweat, stuff like that. But you can kind of see how it's a little shinier here versus this is more of a matte finish here. And there's a little bit of a feel difference to where the side that's not clean is a little sticky, has some friction, versus this side's basically kind of like smooth feel to it, and there's no friction to it. But yeah, that's pretty much seat cleaning 101. This is our Jack's interior. This is like kind of like a more of a maintenance detail product, but something that's good to, if you got light grime layer, it'll still clean that up. So we're using one of the detail brushes, kind of get into all the cracks of the vent. You use it for pretty much anything, just to break up any type of dust buildup that could be there. And then just take your towel and wipe it down. It'll make the interior not only smell better, but it gives you like a satin finish to all your plastics, UV protection, all that, and it's safe on any material, but it's more of a maintenance product, so you get that nice satin finish. So this is our Dash Vent Magic. This is basically just an aerosol product that's good for dressing up your vents. You can use it as a touch-up product for your engine bay, stuff like that, but it's just a really nice product to, if you got vents that kind of have some nasty odors in them, just a quick couple sprays, and then you just want to wipe around your edges, and it kind of darkens up your vents, makes them look a little better and smell better at the same time. So this is the Leather Magic, and after we clean the seats, this is what we're using to condition all of the seats itself. What it's doing is softening all the leather, bringing the color back to it. It'll dry with a satin finish, so it's not going to be all slick and grimy and like a slip and slide. But the one thing with this product, it just makes your leather seats, and if you got vinyl as well, it's good for boats, cars, trucks, anything. It'll just help preserve the life of your seats and make them just softer and keep them from cracking and fading over time with the UV protection that's built in. So I got this finished up yesterday, polishing. When I pulled it outside in the sun to check it, had a little bit of like a kind of like a haze to the paint, and with this being like a German paint, the clear is a little bit softer. So that one step cut it really, really good. Got a lot of the scratches out, zero swirls left, but it had a little bit of a hazing that like you can pretty much just see all over the paint. And the one thing I used to kind of fix that was the final finish, which is like our super light polish, but it's just something that I used on a light foam pad, and it basically improved the clarity overall with it, and just gave all the black, basically that mirror finish. And it's not something I do on all of them, but with this one it had a little bit of a light clear coat to it, so to just kind of fix those little bit of tracks that were left behind, this removed all of it. Since we don't get paid for any ads, here's one anyway. If you want to support the channel by purchasing any of our Jack's Wax products, we would greatly appreciate that. These YouTube videos are extremely expensive. We're trying to bring you guys the best cinematic shots as possible, and to be able to afford that type of spending, we need you guys to order some Jack's Wax today, or you can book a detail. You can go on our website, mccorkledetailing.com, and help support us through there. And we can bring you guys the best quality car care products while also bringing you quality content on YouTube. We have a whole selection of tools and accessories, cleaners, soaps, waxes, marine care, anything you think of. I guarantee we have it. But as long as you help support us, that's how we'll be able to bring you guys the best quality content. And now back to the cinematic shots. So our extremely expensive microphone did not record this outro we filmed for you guys. So pretty much what we were saying is that the work on the Porsche and the truck that we did turned out great. The one step, we kind of incorporated a little bit of a two-step on there because there was a little bit of a hazing effect because the paint was so soft. But yeah, I think the end result turned out good. If you guys want to see more content like this, please order some Jax Wax today, or you can leave a like or a comment on this video and share it around as much as possible. We gotta get the money rolling in because these videos are extremely expensive. So we appreciate the support, and make sure to wax that like button. Look at the microphone right now. Detailing.